For the last year, I've been trying to grow out the best beard of my life. And I genuinely feel like I've achieved it. It took a bit of a change, a bit of a transition, a bit of a switch up in what I've done in the past and today. I want to bring you 15, that's right, 15 lessons I've learned in the last 12 months that will help you grow the best, and I guarantee this, the best beard of your life. Tip number 1 is to let the side of the beard grow out. What do I mean by this? I'm talking about this bit here. So previously, maybe over the last 10 years of beard growing, my barbers have always been adamant, I tell you this now, I should trim all of the weight and volume out of the beard, and just, it's absurd, my friends, because there's so much good volume there. And I think if you're trying to grow out a short, styled, or even just like a full beard, then you could probably do away with trimming the sides. But for me, I'm trying to grow out a long wizard beard. Well, maybe not a wizard beard, but a long beard. And you can already see the shape profile starting to happen. It's coming out so much, and soon it will just start to fall down and give this long beard, the longest beard I've ever tried to grow in my life, all the profile and shape it needs. Tip number 2 is invest in a decent beard wash. Now, in the UK, I've really struggled for a long time to find a decent beard wash. And we all know we should not be using hair shampoo. Hair shampoo will absolutely strip the beard of just about every good oil it has. And you'll find that hair shampoo isn't so good on the skin under your beard. So find a good beard wash that works for you. And maybe just one last little tip around the beard wash. You can absolutely wash your beard every single day with a beard wash product. I've been trialing this out for about 3 months now. I actually saw a post by Dan C. Bearded, you know, a bit of a goat in the space, and he's been doing it. I'm fairly active. I work out, I run quite a lot. My face gets sweaty. I need to keep it clean under there. So yeah, I've been pretty much washing my beard with a product sort of 4 to 7 times a week for the last 3 months, and it's never been better. Tip number 3, beard butter will become your best friend. So I love beard butter. I think it's a perfect hybrid between oil and balm. It works nicely on your skin and it nourishes the beard hair itself. It gives the beard a lot of volume. I'm actually wearing beard oil and beard butter today. The beard butter gives it all this sort of big ass style effect, to be honest, and it helps hold my mustache in place above my lip without using a mustache wax. Funny enough, I'm not the biggest fan of mustache wax. It can get a little bit annoying to work through the mustache and gives the style a little bit too, it makes it look a little bit too refined at times. So yeah, find a very good beard butter. This one by Rune Silk is one of my go-to ones, and Detroit Beard Co. Absolutely adore the beard butter from them. Now, before we move on to the other 12 tips, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Really appreciate the support. Give this video a like and let me know your number 1 tip in the comments, my friend. So tip number 4 now, hey? Minimal trims only is my 4th tip. What do I mean by this? I think every good beard out there has been ruined at some point by someone picking up clippers, using scissors, and just taking way too much off. For me, I'm only trimming my beard every 3 to 4 months, and that includes the mustache, where typically I'm just giving it a little V cut. And for the tidy ups, I'm just taking off a few loose stragglers that are maybe a bit bent, maybe at risk of breaking, looking for any split ends because I don't want that to cascade through the rest of the hair. I try and nip that in the bud a little bit earlier. So yeah, don't over trim the beard, be patient there. And actually, whilst we're at it, patience is actually tip number 5. All good things come to those who wait. It's probably my most hated saying. It's the most cliche, oversimplistic view to take with just about everything. Promotes laziness, but with a beard, it is probably the best piece of advice I can give you. Be patient. Beards take a long time to grow. You don't just wake up one day and think, oh, do you know what? I'm going to grow this really long beard and tomorrow I'll have that. It just takes a long time for hair to sprout from your face. So please be patient. I've kind of alluded to it. Skin health is massively important. So this is tip number 6 here. Looking after the skin under the beard is so vital. You really need to find a good product that works with your skin, with your beard. You need to, like I said, wash the beard. You need to dry it properly. And as we approach different seasons, care for it even more. And that brings us on to tip number 7, which is beard oil. Beard oil, if I could write a love note to you, it would be full of wonderful and beautiful things to say, because beard oil is the greatest product for any beardsman. And I'm not going to suggest any particular type of beard oil. I would just say, go find one that works for you, one that works for your budget, one that works for your scent, but more importantly, one that works on the skin beneath the beard, because beard oil is for the skin underneath the beard, not the beard itself. Of course, it's highly beneficial to have a bit of beard oil in, especially if we're using heat treatment at some point, but invest in your beard oil. Use it pretty much every single day. I use beard oil sort of 6, maybe 7 days a week. Sometimes I have a no product day, like once a week. It's just one of those things I've always done. I swear it works. Maybe that's a bonus tip for you there. Moving on to tip number 8, avoiding all of the big mistakes. I've kind of alluded to some already. Don't over trim the beard. Don't wash the beard with normal, regular head shampoo. All I say is there's a bunch of stuff you could do wrong. And really, when you're growing out a long beard, if you can just avoid making mistakes and tarnishing the beard, cutting it too much, and ruin it early on or throughout its life, you will be ahead of the game of growing that beard out. And I made a whole entire video about the 10 beard mistakes you should avoid. It's on screen now, it's in the description, check it out. Tip number 9, food for thought. You really want to have a decent diet. Over the last year, I've really been promoting and thinking about my health. I was putting on way too much weight, eating way too much ultra processed food. My biotin levels were probably lower than they needed to be. My proteins, just about everything with my diet was off. So I've really structured my diet as much as possible. Of course, I have little lapses. I ate some Doritos earlier, absolutely love them. But just make sure you've got a good balanced diet. You're getting some biotin in, take some supplements if you need to, but a good whole food based diet is really going to help you with your general health, your skin quality. Your skin's not going to get as dry, blemishes aren't going to come up, and more importantly, your beard hair is going to grow better than ever. Tip number 10, embrace those bad days. Everyone has them. You wake up, your beard is an absolute mess. You shower, you wash the beard, you dry the beard, you style the beard, and guess what? It still looks awful. That's okay. We've all been there. It's just another day in the beardsman's journey. When you're trying to grow out a long beard, you're gonna have those days. And the most rational thing is, don't think, oh, it's super messy, I'm just gonna trim it, or I've had enough of this, it's not worthwhile, I'm just gonna trim it off. This kind of rash thought processes will mean you could easily ruin an incredible beard. My advice is, if you've been growing your beard out for 6 months, take 6 days to consider whether or not you should trim it or shave it before actually doing so, and just do that for however many months you've been growing a beard. Take that many days, because it's so hard to grow back a beard as it gets longer. Don't make rash decisions around it. The brush and comb combination is tip number 11. I've experimented with combs for a long time. I always come back to my little Kent comb. It's just wonderful. But as my beard's got a little bit bigger, it doesn't do it any justice just to use the Kent comb. It actually is detrimental. It will pull hairs out way too much. And I've actually I don't know how I feel about this, but it works and it's worked wonderfully. Just use a regular hairbrush now on my beard. I use it when I dry my beard, give a little brush through, gets all the knots out, and then I just use my Kent comb mainly on the mustache and then just on some like little stubborn areas. Normally at the sides of the beard, or just some areas that I think are maybe at risk of matting up or getting knotted a little bit too much, and it just cuts through really easily. So yeah, experiment there, but invest in a decent comb, decent brush. I also like to use my Detroit Grooming Co. ball bristle brush. That's what I've done today. Apply a bit of beard butter, use use that brush, and yeah, I really enjoy the finish it gives. This is a slightly funny, peculiar one, but tip number 12 is social perception. Some people will love your beard, some people will hate it, some people will think you're a legend, like me, of course. I think you're all legends, you beardsmen out there. And so, some people will absolutely despise you, as you're seeing probably the comments to this video at some point. Embrace it, acknowledge it. You can't please everyone in life. Tip number 13 is all about heat care. So I'm a big fan of using heat to treat my beard. Every day, without fail, I will use my Dyson hairdryer to cut through the beard, dry all that skin underneath that I struggle to get to with a towel, and then use it to help style my beard with my brush. I'm also using this wonderful beard hair straightener I got from Odinson's. Massively rate this heated brush. It does wonderful things. I use it once or twice within a 2-week period just to get my beard a little bit more controllable at times. More on that in a different video. Tip number 14, beard health checks. Stay with me here. I'm always, oh, this kind of sounds a little bit narcissistic, but a little bit vain perhaps, but I'm always looking at my beard and my skin to determine how healthy it looks. And my beard at the moment, I would say, is probably the healthiest it's ever looked in my sort of 10 years of attempting to grow beards. I did a year a while back, and my beard is 100 times healthier than it was then. And this beard is going to absolutely destroy whatever I grew. I think it's already way better than what I grew back then in 2018 or whenever it was. So yeah, check in with your beard, see what it looks like, and go from there. And my last piece of advice, tip number 15, and I've alluded to it already, is seasonal beard care. In the UK, the weather's just gone from being super hot to, well, kind of cold, damp, wet, misty, and gross at times. And already I've noticed, like, just on my hands, a little bit more dryness within the 2 days. I mean, I have just been in Croatia for a few days, which might make a huge difference because it's super hot there. But this is a real issue. As the seasons change, as you have those extremes of weather where you go from super hot to quite cold very quickly, or from dry to wet, my skin, and probably some of yours as well, is impacted by that. My beard hair kind of does its own thing as well when that happens. So I'm always adjusting my product a little bit over different periods. So coming up to autumn and winter, I'll be looking at slightly thicker, more premium oils, a bit of castor oil, argan oil, jojoba oils, things like that in my beard oils that really help my skin, compared to maybe just relying on sweet almond oil and things like that over the summertime when I know my skin isn't going to need too much moisturizing. And that's it, my friends. They are my 15 go-to tips, my lessons learned in the last 12 months. I highly recommend, before you go, you check out that one video I mentioned early on, which is the 10 mistakes you need to avoid to grow an incredible long beard. See you soon.